Experience, it's only Siraj who's not there, but that's purely because we thought of it. Since we are not sure about Bumrah, whether he's going to play or not, so we wanted to pick a squad where we have options of both somebody to bowl with new ball and somebody to bowl at the back end. So if obviously with Bumrah missing or not sure, we wanted Arshdeep to come and play that role of bowling at the back end. And Shami, obviously we saw what he did with the new ball, and that is where we feel that Siraj's effectiveness comes down a little bit if he's not going to take the new ball. We discussed it at length about it, and we are only taking 3 seamers there because we wanted all these all-rounders with us. It's an unfortunate thing that he has to miss out, but we had no option but to get the guys who can perform a certain role. I personally feel that we have guys who can bowl with new ball and be effective in the middle and then effective at the back end. So you need to cover all 3 facets of the game, and with these 3 boys, I think we can do that. And yeah, I mean, look, Arshdeep hasn't played a lot of ODI, but he's been around the white ball circuit for a long time. So I don't feel so uncomfortable saying that he's not experienced. He's been there enough, and he's bowled some tough overs, in white ball cricket. So I definitely think he can handle that pressure. And Shami is a stalwart of white ball cricket, and what he did recently in the World Cup was superb to watch. And then Harshit, obviously you needed something different. He's shown the potential that he's got something about him. So you back those things, sometimes I know it's very hard to ignore numbers, but look at Jaiswal. We picked Jaiswal based on clearly what he has shown in the last 6 to 8 months. He's not played a single ODI cricket, but we still picked him because of the potential that he's got. So sometimes, you have to do that. And in that, some players will miss out. And it's very, very unlucky and unfortunate. But again, if you talk about everyone, you can't please everyone. So at the end of the day, you try and make the best team and best possible squad to win games under different situations. And I feel with these guys, you can have that. It just gives us a little bit of depth as well when you have those all-rounders, spinning all-rounders. Unfortunately, we don't have too many of them as seaming all-rounders, but you want to take your batting as deep as possible, along with some quality bowling as well. So these guys who we have picked, Washi, Jadeja and Aksar, they're proper all-rounders. They can bat, they can bowl, and they are not there to fill a role of a bowler or fill a role of a batter. They've performed in the situation where the team and I are very, very comfortable with what they do with their certain role, and to have these kind of options is always nice. And when I said these 3 boys are quality in terms of what they have, and when you have quality like that, your squad looks quite the squad looks like it has got a lot of depth. And then obviously with the quality of their spin as well, you can cover all bases. We have an off spinner, we have a left arm spinner, and then we have a China, not to forget Kuldeep as well there. So you sort of try and cover all bases when you pick a team. So I think with these 3 guys, you try and sort of cover those bases. Last 6-7 years, there have been, if you go back and watch our calendar, there hasn't been a time where we were sitting at home for 45 days and there is cricket going on. You do get that time when you finish IPL, and if there's nothing happening right after that. But if you see our domestic season, it starts in October, maybe September, and it gets over by February, March. and that is the time India plays a lot of cricket as well. So guys who are not playing certain formats and have time, and then there is domestic cricket happening, then they will play. But the last 6 7 years, I can at least tell about what has happened with me since I have started playing Test cricket regularly, which is from 2019. Um, you hardly have any time, and then when you play so much cricket, international cricket through the year, you need some time off as well as a cricketer, just to refresh, get your mind right, just to be ready for the season, upcoming season. But we have addressed it now, and nobody takes it for granted or anything like that. It is just based on you know looking at how one has gone through the season, how much rest he needs. And based on all of that, we decide what is going to happen with certain players. And then, yeah, obviously now it's been made mandatory that if there is time, you have to play domestic cricket. Both of us are very clear in what we want to do. I'm not going to sit here and discuss what goes behind every game tactically, but it's very clear in my mind. And Gautam Gambhir is somebody, once we enter the field, he trusts what the captain is doing on the field. The basic talks that happens are only off the field, in the ground, or maybe the changing room. But once we take the field, it's all about what I do on the field. So that's the kind of trust we have in each other, and that's how it should be.